Hello. In this video tutorial today, I'd like to talk to you about some filleting options, the fillet options within SolidWorks. It will be better to show it as every time is. So let's make a simple geometry. Okay, select top view. Let's make a rectangle here. Okay, and go, for example, there's something like that. Okay, we have our rectangle. Now let me create something inside on it. Let's make another thing. Well, geometry is important here. I mean the shape. These are not important things for now. Okay. Now, for example, we have a situation like that. We need to make a radius between these two surfaces. As you can see, between these two surfaces, I want to make a radius, but this radius has to end at this edge. I mean, it shouldn't be before this edge, or it shouldn't pass away this edge. This radius has to end in this edge. So how can we make something specific like that? Okay, let me show it to you. Well, it's an easy thing, and it's pretty much useful if you know it. It's there. So you have to select face fillet first. Okay, so first choose first surface, and or the second face, I choose this. Okay, you see a preview here depending on the radius you give here, but if you select hold line here, our line is up here, you don't have the chance to give or input the radius value, but it automatically arranges it for you, and you have your radius right at the end of this surface. It ends in the edge here. Well, it may look nonsense in the beginning, but it is pretty much useful in specific cases. So I hope, I think that it's better to keep it in mind. Let me show you something nice again with this feature. For example, I want to define a specific edge here and another edge in a different, another edge on this face too. And let's use the same feature again, hold line feature within radius face fillet. Okay, let me draw something here from top, bring it in here. Well, let's assume that I'll split the surface from here and this one here. You'll understand what I do now. I'll split these two surfaces by this rectangle here. Okay, let me do it. Split, yes. Okay, now as you see, we have two different faces here, and I want to make a radius within these limits, these border limits. Let's see what will happen. Let's try it. Okay, I have my face fillet selected here. Again, this is my first and this is my second. So well, this value is too much for that, as you see. Now I want to put hold value. Okay. Now it didn't work. As you see, this dimension here, the width of this surface here, when compared to this one, is too much. So it's impossible to make something tangent. It's impossible to define a radius, geometrically impossible to define a radius with tangency here. So in this case, you need to change your edge, border edge. You can select this edge. It didn't work out fine again because of the improper proportions. I mean, because of the difference of the proportions between these two faces surfaces, it didn't work. So that's why I wanted to show it to you, and because there must be some reasonable differences between these surfaces that you can make radius along these. So how can we make it? Okay, it's easy indeed. You can select your rectangle sketch here, and you can move it along. We can move this, we can use this feature, moving this rectangle like that. We can do this because this rectangle doesn't have any constraint with any other external geometry, so that you can move it freely wherever you like. As you see, all these splitted edges move along the edge anyway. So these proportions look familiar, reasonable. Let's try it again. Okay, you go this, this, and as you see, it works. Or you can make it again different. Let's have another example with the hold line option within Fillet Feature. So in this example, we have a geometry like that. It could be anything. But in this case, for example, we may have a radius by using these edges. Okay, let's use fillet option and select constant. Now, as you see, there appears the preview here. We can play its geometry, and it could be anything like that. Okay, isn't it? But in our case, and let me take it back here. In our case, you need a specific limit for the radius. For example, the end of the radius has to have a 2 mm offset from this edge. So how can we make it? Indeed, there are many ways of doing same things in CAD world, but let's use one simple. Okay, now I'm drawing a horizontal line. Yes, now it is horizontal, and I want to put this 2 mm offset value. So you got it there. Let's make it much closer. For example, 1.5 mm difference, I mean offset from this edge. Okay, we made it. Now I want to split these faces, and I use split line, and this is my split tool. There we go. Now I split it. Now I have my limit, or the edge of my upcoming radius. Now let's do it. I select face fillet. I'm selecting my first face, then the second one. Okay. What's up? You know that it's 30 mm is far more than what we can have in here. So there appeared, I mean, there's no preview here. There's no preview appear there. Now I need to show my end line. You know that as you see the preview here, as you may have recognized it, it ends at the end of this edge. So we have a precise control. We have the precision here. We have a precise control on our radius. But I want to make you aware of one more issue. You cannot use curvature continuous with hold line feature. As you see, when I select curvature continuous option, and our preview is gone. Now it's come back. But you can use constant width. Depending on the geometry, it will work or it won't work. But mostly it works. But curvature continuous is not working with that option. Okay, so we had it here. And the face fillet, when you're using face fillet, you cannot make fillet using, I mean, As you see, we will have to make another fillet on this edge too, but we cannot use this face and this face at the same time. When using face fillet, you have to make it one by one. Okay, so we made it. Now we can make the other one. Select the blue, select the pink one, hold your line as it says. Okay, here we go. Now we have our precise fillet. Well, you can use the same feature when defining a radius within these between these faces. Let's give it a try again. For example, you can select these two faces. Now you can select the pink one, and which line it will hold. This line. Well, let's see if it works or not. It didn't work, but let's give it a try like that. Forget about these fillets and do it this way. Oh, you have your face fillet, you have your second fillet. Now you need to choose your border edge. As you see, our hold line option, when you select the edge of the fender, you have your radius here. This is another thing. Well, let's try it this way. Will it work or not? Let's see. See, it doesn't work, but anyway, let's try it. So it worked again. So we have our split line waiting for us, and we used it. Let me show it again. Our hold line stays up here, so we could be able to use this border line for our hold line feature here. Good. I hope you find it useful this time, and have a nice day, and see you with the next video.